Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Chantele. And we are here to dive into the cast of Survivor 45, the women looking at their astrology and their tarot cards.
Yes, let's check out these ladies. But first, if you're new to this channel, please click subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. So Chantele and I are going to split it up like we often do. Ladies today over here, tomorrow on Reality Realness, we will do the dudes.
Perfect.
We want to talk astrology because that's what we like to do. We'll give our first impressions and we'll pull a card.
Perfect.
I feel like we have to. Yes, it's what we like to do preseason, get to know this cast a little bit. But we should give like a little disclaimer because, I mean, you and I both do readings for people, but doing a reading for someone, especially with cards, is different than what we do here on
100%.
These videos.
100%. I mean, when you're giving a reading for someone, you can understand maybe what direction like the cards are like talking
Right.
to. If it's going to be a love and a relationship, and you can understand the energy of the cards in terms of a human being and in their life, what something that they could be looking at or focusing on, or that could be a conflict that could be coming up. So it's easier to see when you're talking to a person about like how these cards relate to them and their life. But when we take it to the game, we're very much using them as an opportunity to speculate how this particular card could mean to somebody in a game situation. So it's very speculative.
We're adding competition elements, strategy. This is not a normal thing you would get in a reading. Where we're like, is this a placement? Is this getting, backstabbed by an alliance member? We're adding that to this. And we've definitely learned over the years, what some of these cards mean specifically to reality competition shows, but it is still an experiment we're going through.
Absolutely. And like what's kind of fun about it is that like we don't necessarily know what this particular card means for this particular person in this particular configuration on this game show. And so it's really nice to look back at the end to see like, oh, this is how this card actually translated into the game of this particular person. So it's kind of a learning, work in progress, discovery phase of how to read cards in terms of, in this case, Survivor and other reality TV shows. Competitive.
Yes, absolutely. And we love to talk astrology as well. And the women, I was shook. Chantele.
I mean, it's gonna be interesting.
It's giving the BB can. What was that? 8, 10. 9, 10.
10. That was all the Virgos.
All the Virgos. It is.
So today's all of the Libras.
I was like, why are these all fall birthdays? Am I being pranked? What's happening?
Well, because like some of them are either the same day or like one day off.
A day apart.
Was that the same day? No, okay, the day after. Okay, sorry. Right. Okay. October 5th and October 6th.
9 women, 5 of them are Libra.
So what's going to be great about that, for sure, is that they're going to want to be building relationships. That's going to be something that's very important to them. I do feel that Libras love to have things balanced. So there might be, keeping the chaos in check potentially, or doing their best to. They might not be too combative and fighting. They're going to want to be avoiding potential big conflicts and blowups. They might not be able to, but that's what they are going to try to do, is keep everything kind of even keeled.
Libras are great at seeing both sides, right? So if there is a plan to go this way and then someone brings another plan along, they're going to be like, oh, yep, I can see that too. And then they're going to have to figure out how to go in the best direction for them. And that is actually not a strength of Libra, right? Like they can see both sides.
Don't make decisions that quickly.
Deciding which way to go is the harder part of that for them. But they love, like you said, the balance, and they love a partner. So we might get like a few duos out of all of this
for
Libra
sure.
energy.
I mean, I personally love Libras. I get
Yeah.
along really well with Libras. Libras tend to be really funny, quite witty, and so I do feel they're usually very also beautiful. Like just because they're ruled by Venus, like
Venus.
not that anybody's more pretty than the other, but they just exude
Yeah.
like a feminine energy or some sort of like beautiful energy. Their ruler being Venus, and so I can see potential showmance, maybe, or definitely really good friendships building because they love having a partner. Love it.
Yes.
And they're not
they
going to get rid of a current partner until they get a new partner. So if they have a duo and one of the duo goes home, they're going to immediately find another partner. Incredible.
Yes. And then we have 3 Virgos going along with these 5 Libra, which is so analytical. The conversations are going to be off the chart. Like this way and then this way and then this way and this way. This is a chatty group.
Very, very chattery with Mercury ruling Virgo. Like that's the planet of communication. So they are going to love to communicate. And then with Libra being an air sign, like air signs also like to communicate, like with conversation or with words or with thoughts and ideas.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting.
The Virgos are the more decisive of the
100%.
2. And so that energy is going to help some plans come in together and happen. And then we're going to have one lone Pisces, but we'll get into that when we get to her. Let's dive in here. We're going to start with D. Oh, I forgot to tell you, Chantele, these are in alphabetical order by first name.
No problem.
That matters to you. D is from Cuba, but she currently lives in Miami. She's an entrepreneur. Do we know what she entrepreneurs?
She makes her own backpack. So she was going traveling with a friend to, it might have been Bali, but I might be misremembering. And they weren't able to find a backpack that suited their needs. So they're like, well, you know what? We're going to make our own. So they decided to make their own backpacks. And that is the business that she and her friend began.
That's right. She looks lovely. She is October 2nd, starting off with our Libras here. She's a Gemini moon. So that's more air, very social, very chatty, but she's got a Virgo Mercury. So she's going to fit in with all of our Virgos.
Absolutely. I think that, she's definitely going to likely either make a friendship with, do you remember who's on her tribe specifically?
Oh, shoot. That's what I forgot to write down the tribes. I can look it up.
But like if she has another Virgo or another Libra on her tribe, I can see her getting along with either of them quite well with having that Gemini moon, that Virgo Mercury, and then having the Leo and Mars, how she takes action is so she's going to be kind of center of attention likely. And her values are kind of about being on stage. And so I think that not that she's going to be the leader, but I think that people are going to look to her as to kind of like, someone that is maybe the 4% of their tribe. Maybe if Jeff is talking to them, maybe she's going to step up and say like what's going on in their camp. With that Leo energy.
Her Mars and Venus. I want to do a study on Mars. It feels like a lot of competition reality people have a fire Mars, which does make sense.
Wait, I don't have a fire Mars. Does that mean something?
Well, no. But it just seems like people with fire Mars are really drawn to doing competition. You do have something, though, like you have a special trine or something with your Mars that makes you extra competitive. I forget what it was, but I remember going through that with your chart. Okay, I'm trying. Okay, so she's on the Reba tribe.
And I wrote this here. Like, why did I ask when I actually wrote this?
Jay, Maya, and Julie are the other 2 ladies on that tribe. So
correct. So
we'll have to go.
One is a Libra and the other is a Pisces. So I do
2 Libras.
The Libras might join together. And then we'll see maybe if it changes with like the men that are there, because maybe she'll gravitate to a man.
Right. For sure. Oh, wait. We didn't do a card.
Didn't do a card. These cards are different.
What
So,
cards are you using?
I have never really used them before. It's like the vice versa deck. And so it has
Ooh,
cards. So that's
pretty.
like the front, but then on the back, it also has the back side. And so I'm just
It's a
not
little
used to them yet.
confusing.
So like, I don't like, do I use reversals, or is if it upside down and backwards, I use it? Or I think I'm just going to use it right side up, no reversal. I'm just, whatever card is the card.
D.
Let's see. D, how are you going to do? I really like D. I found her personality to be likable. She's going to be easygoing and people are going to get along with her.
Yeah.
Ooh.
She seems very chatty and enjoyable. Oh, well, I got Queen of Swords, which is just like very much her energy. A lot of air.
Oh boy, I got the Tower.
Wow. Okay.
Look at the destruction.
You know, I mean,
is she going to be blowing up people's games? Maybe talking too much?
It makes me think of what you were just saying about like if a partner leaves, you got to find a new one for Libras. And that would be a Tower. Like if you lost your person right away and you just have to like, obviously somewhere in her game is going to come crashing down and she's going to have to rebuild.
Yeah, she's going to be scrambling. She's going to think maybe all is lost. Maybe she is the last person left on her tribe, like a Stephanie LaGrossa type situation where like everybody's gone around her and like she's looking for that hope, that star, the light at the end of the tunnel. And so it's still Major Arcana, which is good. Right?
Especially with a queen. This is energy that lasts, even if she has to like go through some really hard times.
Yeah, this doesn't denote an easy journey, but it says a little bit of longevity, likely.
Yeah, agreed. And this is a lot of mental activity, a lot of maybe even stabbing people in the back. I don't know.
Like that's an off with their head card.
Yes.
And so I think she's gonna hold no prisoners, and maybe she is gonna take out her bestie. Like
she might, right?
Uh-huh.
How fun. Well, that's exciting to watch, D. Looking forward to that.
Me too.
I mean, I love a good tower if it's a fun tower. Not like a
maybe there's gonna be an actual fire like on the camp. Have we heard of any wildness that's happened? Not like super bad, but like we've seen like hurricanes and stuff like that. People having to, shelter.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Emily from Maryland. She's an investment analyst. She is another Libra born in October. Her moon is either Libra or Scorpio, which we'll be able to probably figure that out. Except that her Mercury is also Scorpio. So maybe she already has some strong Libra Scorpio blend. Got that fire Mars, Leo.
Mm-hmm. So that's could really allow her to get along with D. Or I'm wondering also with all like that watery energy that she brings, like maybe that's going to make them kind of not blend as well together, these two. Because I'm just thinking about like how Scorpio and Libra will get along might not be they might not be on the same page. I find that that Scorpios can sometimes be a little bit jealous or a little bit more emotional, and it didn't seem like D had that much emotional qualities in her.
Right. Well, Emily's on a different tribe. She's on Lulu.
Oh, right. Sorry, we're not going tribe by tribe.
So I should have. This is much more complicated. So we'll have to look at who else is on Lulu with her. But I love a Scorpio energy in a reality competition show because they have the potential to get jealous, to get intense and passionate, and to backstab people.
Yeah, vindictive. Like they will never let it go. Never let it go. And that's where her values are, like her beliefs and values in that Venus being in Scorpio. She's very loyal, but don't cross because she will always remember.
Right? She's got that Libra loyalty, but she will take it personally if you come for her. she's not going to just let that roll on by.
Now, is it her that said that people think she sounds like Drew Barrymore?
Is that what they said? There was some Drew Barrymore connection to her.
But I mean, I didn't agree. I was like trying to listen to it, so maybe it's not her voice, but I was curious if you knew, but
there was some connection to Drew Barrymore, but is it the hair? You take her face off? No? Okay.
I would say no.
Emily, are you going to give us some Scorpio energy?
I mean, her blend is pretty, it could be pretty explosive with that like fire Leo. Like maybe she has a bit of a temper potentially, mixing that fire with water, or even the fire with air. I'm just wondering how she keeps that drive, let's see if it's Helen. Get my card.
Two of Wands. Wands are competition, action. Two is sometimes a partner, sometimes a choice.
Things coming together.
She could also be going out second.
I mean, I could see that for her for sure. I'm not sure what this card is. That's one thing about having a new card system.
New deck. Does it say?
Well, I'm going to look
at the bottom.
It's a cup. I wonder if it's the Queen of Cups.
Could be a queen, yeah.
Double check here to make sure I'm not talking about the wrong thing.
Only holding one cup, so feels like a queen. So Two of Wands, I feel like she is a Libra, so she easily could buddy up. But it also feels like she has a choice. So maybe she ends up being in the middle and has to sort of decide which way to go.
So you said two of Wands for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Two of Wands are usually like looking towards the future as well. But it doesn't say longevity. Yeah,
no.
Queen of Chalices is the Queen of Cups.
Okay, Queen of Cups, though, is a little bit more longevity there. Mm-hmm. And that does lean us back to the Scorpio energy.
Right. So, I mean, maybe not out second. I mean, maybe even still out second, but it could mean that her emotions are going to be something that is part of her game. So,
right.
Maybe people maybe she gets blindsided and she gets really emotional about it, or somebody that she doesn't want to have taken out, like maybe her partner or her relationship that she's built. Maybe they take her out and there's like an emotional quality, but I think that she's represented by this Queen of Cups here. And that Two of Wands does say maybe an early departure, maybe second from her tribe, maybe not the game.
Yeah, I mean, a Queen of Wands is very good at emotional manipulation.
Cups.
I'm sorry, Cups is emotional manipulation, so she might do well with that. But yeah, I don't know with a Two of Wands paired up with it. We shall see. Hannah is also on Lulu Tribe. So she and Emily are paired up here. Here's another Libra. Of course, they're all going to be Libras. I love a Sag Cap moon. Girl, if you're a Sagittarius moon, I'm all about it.
If you're a Capricorn moon, I'm all about it.
She's got a Virgo Mercury, though, so she's going to be just as analytical as the rest of those Virgos and Virgo Mercuries.
Virgo Mercury and Virgo Venus. So that could lead her to be in cahoots potentially with Emily, with them both having their suns in the same sign, and then some of their other signs maybe mixing together quite well.
Right.
I definitely like that she's quite self-aware. I think that she stopped drinking. I think it was at the age of like 20. It's very young. Decided to stop drinking.
That's a Capricorn moon right there.
For sure.
That ain't a Sag moon.
Or even the Venus in Virgo. Maybe. Anyways, but it's about kind of getting grounded and getting control of their emotions for sure. So yeah, I have actually some high hopes for her. I think that she, with her being a therapist, it doesn't, she said in one of her interviews that she doesn't want to be like the other therapists that have come on the show that feels as though because they're a therapist, they're going to be able to bond and connect with people and manipulate and blah, blah, blah. Like, she's like, actually, I'm just going to go in as a person that is also a therapist at times. And if there's some traits and qualities that can lend to this game, I will use them. But I'm not going to think that because I'm a therapist that I'm going to be amazing at this game. So I'm like, good.
I love that, because I get excited about a therapist. I'm like, oh, this sounds like such a great tool to have. And then I'm disappointed by our therapists that we've had. So I love to hear that she said that.
And I'm sure people are going to want to talk to her because she does look very relatable. Very relatable.
I feel like a Virgo Mercury is great for this game.
Yeah, you'd be analytical, obviously.
Ooh, I have the Empress.
It's a good
for
card.
Miss Hannah. This is Major Arcana, which makes us feel like she's in the game for a bit. And the Empress is a business lady getting things done, running the show.
I got a good card
God.
to go with it. 10 of Cups.
This is our winner!
It might be. I mean, it's a very good combination of cards. That 10 of Cups is like, you know, it's about family, but love. It's like it always has like a rainbow. And what's at the end of a rainbow? The pot of gold. And look at these people hugging, and you're happy.
It all.
And 10s are about it's new beginnings with lessons learned. So this also suggests to me longevity in this game. Maybe enough to build a family, to get to the end and have these familial bonds and whatnot. And then seeing the rainbow. What was your card again?
Empress. Oh my God.
Yeah. Empress
getting it done. 10 of Cups is the fulfillment. It's the 10. It's having it all. And being loved is how you get votes at the end. This is a really strong combo.
Very, very good combo. Hannah.
Ooh, Hannah, keeping an eye out on you.
With my first
draft.
No. Oh, yes. I would doubt Hannah for sure. Like, obviously we're not doing the men today, but like I was feeling that the men's, like the way their chart was looking was going to be stronger. But then I was like, Hannah, this looks good. Like, I didn't know the women's as well. So I'm impressed. Right. I'm impressed by her chart and the cards that we pulled.
Exactly. Okay. Are we calling her J Maya? Is that what we're calling her?
Didn't she said J, right?
J. Okay.
I mean, we call her J Maya. I'm sure. J Maya's kind of long.
I can't imagine she's going to be like, that's my stage name is J Maya. Like, is she telling people?
I think her full name though is actually even longer.
Yeah.
So like her full first name. So let's call her J.
Janani. Janani is her name. So, okay, we'll call her J. J, what tribe are you on? She's on Reba. So Reba was with
D and Julie.
Okay, great. Well, here's another Libra. Guess what? Still have a bunch of Libras. She lives in LA. She's a singer. Born.
What's
October
interesting
7th.
about her, I would say, that's very Libra. Because like when I was like Libra singer, I mean,
I know,
okay,
right? I
but
same thing.
I was like Pisces maybe, but like
I know.
Libra. And so then though I learned that she originally was going into law and she wanted to go to Harvard Law for her whole life. And so she does still have that desire for justice. And you know, she might go back to that. Like, what is she, 24, like 20?
Yeah, she's
like,
young.
She's super young. So, I mean, she has tons of time if she wants to get into other aspects of law or whatnot. But right now she's focusing on music. She had a hit TikTok and went viral. And so she's been living in LA and pursuing that dream. But we'll see, you know, how her life unfolds. But I was like very surprised that she was a Libra when she was a singer. And then when I learned her story, I was like, there she is.
Yeah. I was like, wait, where's the water? I mean, she could be a Pisces rising. We don't know. But I 100% looked for the Pisces as well. I was like, where is it? Thank you for joining, Adrian. I know the feeds were fire today, but we go live when we go live, you know? What are you going to do? Once again, a Libra, but an Aries moon. I also want to I also want to do a study on the moon of people who go on these shows. She's going to put herself first, even though she loves a partner. She's not going to forget her needs. Libra Mercury, still talking it out and balancing. And a Leo Mars.
You love that Leo Mars, Sarah.
I love a fire Mars.
Onto something there. And then more Libra energy with her Venus. So with one thing though, that when I was watching a couple of her interviews, is that I don't know if she's going to be able to necessarily adapt to the game. Because what she was saying was like, great for the interviews, but like things like, oh, I love the shot in the dark. I know people don't like it, but I love it. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool, but like I just don't know if you're going to be if you love the shot in the dark as a player. Like it's just like not something like, yes, it's going to be potentially a get out of jail free card, potentially, if you're willing to use it. But in those small tribes, you're most likely not going to be willing to use it because your vote is so valuable. And so I'm just curious to how much of a fan she is.
Is she going to be one of those that just uses it on the first day because she's like freaking out?
If you use it on your first day, great. But most people don't use it because your vote is more valuable than the 16% chance of actually having it be successful.
Well, she's got a lot of Libra energy, so I bet she loves it on one hand, and then she sees the negative on the other hand. That's classic Libra. No,
Queen.
The moon is not the same as your rising. The rising is what we need to know with the time of birth. So that's what we're missing for everybody. Is your ascendant. Your ascendant and your rising are the same thing.
And your rising sign is kind of usually what rules most of the first house. And so that's kind of the house of self and how people most likely see you or perceive you to be on first meeting. It's some people say it's the mask that you put on. And then your moon is kind of how your emotions are expressed or how you feel safe, how you feel you're emotionally satisfied is usually through that moon energy.
Yeah. A rising is how you approach things. And so, but your emotional core, we may not even pick up on what your moon sign is because that's sometimes very personal. Okay. J Maya.
Not great.
Uh-oh.
This looks to me like an Ace of Cups. Now, aces are new beginnings. Cups are usually about relationships, emotions, maybe intuition. And so in the game of Survivor, I feel like this could be a first booter kind of card for the fact that it's like, okay, you're going to have this great experience, a new beginning, and that's as far as it may be getting. It doesn't show longevity in the game from my perspective.
Yeah, aces are definitely the beginning of the journey. I've got a Knight of Swords, which is, this feels like she kind of swings to an extreme. Maybe that Aries moon kicks up, and then she could be a first boot.
Yeah, it's kind of, if you remember Big Brother Canada season 10, our Knight of Swords was Kyle. So when Kyle had that head of household reign from hell, we'll say, it was just funny. That was the Knight of Swords energy. Also, my teacher calls it the Kanye West card just because it's like a lot of energy, kind of getting energy out and information, and like it's like a lot of fast stuff. So maybe she's going to be moving too fast and making a lot of decisions and saying a lot of things and talking to a lot of people, doing too much. And first boot vibes. Yeah.
Swords energy is air energy. She's got a lot of air and she might just talk too much.
Makes
but an ace,
too many alliances, maybe like share too much information. Like I can totally see from this card combo, either she or somebody, like she goes off on the journey, right? So I think the Aries moon might be someone that would go on that journey, or even the Leo Mars goes on one of this journey and then come back and lies, and then lies on top of lies and top of lies on top of lies. And they're just like, we don't trust her. We don't care what you have. We're going to take a swing. And
Yeah, very possible. Uh-oh, Jay.
I don't feel it.
We're worried about you, Jay. You seem lovely, though.
Absolutely.
We would be friends with you in real life. Okay, Julie's the other one on. No, Julie's on Reba, so she is with
D and J Maya.
Oh, okay. It is that same tribe. Okay. Finally, we got out of Libras. We have our one lone Pisces. I was very worried when I first saw she was a Pisces, but she's an Aquarius Mercury. She can still talk with them. Gemini, Mars, Aquarius, Venus. That's a lot of air. She's going to hang just fine with them.
I was curious about her being the only Pisces. And then she's also an attorney. And so I'm wondering what her rising is as well. I'm wondering if she's a Libra rising or something else that allowed her. But she this was her second career. So do you remember what her first career was?
I don't.
Was she a
She was a singer. She was a musician.
Oh, okay. Well, then if she started as a singer, okay.
I have no idea.
I'm totally well, that makes sense.
Yeah. She was an artist.
I'm curious to where that Pisces sun was been expressed, but I think it might have been in her first life, before she got her divorce at 40, when she decided to go into law.
Yeah.
She's the oldest woman, I believe, on the cast.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that she's able to fit in, because it does seem like most people are a lot younger than her. I could be mistaken, but
it feels like
everybody else is in their 20s, right?
It feels like it's very young, and then her and Bruce. It feels like her and Bruce are far older than everybody else.
20 years far older.
Yeah. I don't know how many are in their 30s. It feels like it goes from 20 to 40.
Out of the women, Kendra is 30 and Hannah is 32. Oh, actually, and what's her name? Katurah is 34.
All right.
So but still has 15 years. 14, 15 years is still a pretty big gap. That's a generation gap.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. Let's see how that plays out. A Leo Moon, though, she can hang. She knows her worth.
Maybe. Where's she from? Tennessee.
She's from Tennessee, Brentwood, Tennessee, born and raised, apparently. A state attorney. And now on
I'm not trying to discredit her.
Oh my God, she was an art teacher. Of course she was. Thank you.
Okay, we're just come on.
Classic Pisces. Thank you.
That's or a poet or a lyricist.
Literally, what art was she doing?
What was I going to say? Oh, I was going to say that if she was from one of these coastal cities, I might think that she might be able to hang a little bit better. I'm just not sure if her being from Tennessee will mix as well with the youth from New York, the youth from LA or Miami. You know what I mean? I'm just not sure if anyways, I don't know. I don't live in the States, but my first impression. I'm worried for the older lady.
Yeah. I've got a 4 of Pentacles, which is not an active card other than hanging on to stuff. Maybe she hoards idols.
Maybe she hoards food.
But it's usually a lack of action because you're just hanging on to, previous beliefs, or could be only because Survivor actually uses coins and stuff makes me think that maybe she could actually be collecting advantages, but it's a sit back card, not a take action card. What do you got?
So maybe she's gonna go on a journey or some sort, and she won't have her vote, so she won't be able to do anything. She'll just have to keep everything with her. This is a better card.
Okay.
It's the King of Pentacles. So that's also holding on to money, or this is a very abundant, affluent king. We named him Warren Buffett. And so there is abundance around her. So both pentacle cards, I think that's bodes well. I'm wondering if she will receive a reward that allows her to win some money or win some abundant things. So things in the material world. So maybe, gets the home furnishings and stuff like that, and a reward like that for the camp or something.
Yeah. I mean, these two paired actually does feel like she gets something and she doesn't have to vote or go to tribal. Like she maybe gets an advantage and she sits at a different camp or something, but it's a positive. A Pentacles is a positive. A King of Pentacles is a powerful player. This is an hourglass holder right here.
Like, oh, maybe.
You don't have to do much, but you except have that advantage.
And maybe that's like at the merge.
Yeah.
Maybe she's going to have, no vote, but power at the merge.
Right. Interesting, Julie. What do you have up your sleeve?
I mean, it's from my initial energy, like vibes. Like I don't feel King of Pentacle vibes. So
no, she's surprising us. Katurah?
I think Katurah. Yeah, Katurah.
She's gorgeous. She's from Brooklyn, where she's currently living in Brooklyn as a civil rights attorney. Hello.
So many law pants.
Mm-hmm. She is one of our Virgos. We've got a few of them, and she is on the Bello tribe. So she's the first one that we are talking about on the Bello tribe.
Yeah, because the Bello tribe, everybody's name starts with K. I'll put the women in.
And are they going to all be Virgos?
2 Virgos and a Libra.
Oh, wow. That's great, though, that we have our 2 Virgos together and most of our Libras together. That's fun. She is a moon in Gemini, so she's going to fit in with all of this air energy. This person is very analytical. She's double ruled by Mercury here. Libra, oh my God, she's triple air. Well, she's not triple air, Virgo's Earth, but it's all Mercury and analytical. Then we have the fire Mars, of course, and Cancer Venus.
Cancer Venus. I mean, I think that people are going to gravitate towards her. She's going to have a mothering quality potentially. Even though she's able to be analytical and factual and get things done, and it's about the particulars and the details, I think she's also going to have a little bit of a warmth that people are going to like. Well, she's probably going to be the mama of the tribe because she's going to be the oldest, but the Cancer energy there, I think people will still think of her as like
born in 88. She's the older one of this tribe.
Yes, Sarah.
Oh my God.
Yes, Sarah.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
I don't understand what you're saying.
we wouldn't even have gone to high school with her.
No. She's younger than my baby sister, who is like so much younger than me.
She's younger than my baby brother.
There is like a little bit of water through these ladies. So that Venus in Cancer is going to pair up with maybe the Pisces. I don't know. But yeah, she's going to definitely be smart and figure stuff out.
Yeah. But like, I think that she'll still have people like her, which is good.
Yeah.
Which is good. Katurah, what's your card? Oh boy. Not great.
Oh, I have the Wheel of Fortune.
Okay, interesting. That's also kind of an hourglassy kind of card. I got the Ace of Swords.
Mm-hmm.
So Ace of Swords is to be or not to be. This could be maybe a decision that she's going to have to make, or have a new thought or a new idea. So maybe she's going to be involved with a twist. You got Wheel of Fortune, you said?
Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Deciding some fate.
Yeah, maybe she's going to go on I keep on bringing up journey. I'm just thinking of the mechanics of this, of Survivor. Maybe she's also on the journey. Maybe she's also going to have to spin that wheel or make a decision for her tribe or whatnot, where her word is very, very important.
Right. What's the one that has the prisoner's dilemma that saved two people's game back to back?
What the actual prisoner's dilemma?
What's that twist?
Isn't it Ship Wheel Island where they go and they have to decide whether or not they? Oh, well, it's still a bit different.
No,
okay.
It's a challenge, and Jeff's like, "Hey, if you want to sit out, you can, but the people who actually play, the person who drops first, is
goes and plays
going home.
the three
Things.
boxes.
Yeah. That feels like Wheel of Fortune.
Safety without
whatever that
power.
Yeah. No, it's like the opposite of safety. It is like you might be going home.
Yeah, I think she's going to have to make a big decision, and the Wheel of Fortune. So to see whether luck is on her side, the Wheel of Fortune to me would let me believe that she gets into the game longer than this Ace of Swords will. But I do feel like a big decision may be her fate, like claiming her fate.
Right. Yeah, I mean, the Wheel of Fortune can spin in your favor. She could come out on top of it. But
she looks like she's going to be having a dilemma.
Yeah.
She's going to have to.
She's going to be mixed up in something here.
Make a decision.
Interesting. Kellie. Also in the Bello tribe, also a Virgo.
Is it the same birthday? I forget what the last birthday was.
No, it's like the 3rd, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, 3rd.
5th.
And a few years later. She's in New York as a critical care nurse. Why go to the biggest city to be a nurse? Oh, that sounds horrible. Oh my gosh. If I were a nurse, I'd want to be in the smallest town. But like barely any injuries.
Why would that be? Maybe it's her Leo.
Well, I mean, Virgo does want to be of service. They do want to take care of things.
And that's how she communicates with her Mercury there in Virgo as well. Her Leo, her values are around. I mean, maybe she likes being the star of the show in New York and being on such a large scale with how she can help. So that could be a little bit of that Leo energy there.
It could be that. It could be an Aries moon. Her moon is either Aries or Taurus. Maybe if she had an Aries moon, she'd be like, big city, here I come. But Virgo Mercury as well. So she's definitely analytical.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's going
to get along with Katurah.
Yeah.
They're both from New York, around the same age, both Virgos, if I'm not mistaken. I think that they'll vibe.
Yeah, I think so.
I think they're both in the queer community as well.
Oh, yeah?
I believe so.
Fantastic. I feel like that's great that they're on the same tribe. Does not bode well for somebody else on that tribe, I guess.
Kellie.
September 5th is such an interesting birthday. We've had quite a few people with that birthday.
I sent you that list before of everybody's birthday, right?
Yeah.
For most people. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks okay. This looks okay. It's the 4 of Wands. It's usually celebration. Ooh. It's usually a wedding card, but celebration.
But it's also, one of those sit back and not play too hard. It's a rest card.
It's also a land, could be a landmark or a pointed moment. So this could say a merge vibe. Getting to
that would be a celebration,
big moment, even Final Four, depending what you've got. I
have the Fool.
Oh, so merge, maybe first boot for the merge.
Yeah, this is not first boot out, but doesn't quite make it very far in the journey. This does
Oh,
feel
what
like
if
first fruit, the merge.
we look at like the original hourglass twist
Yeah.
where they celebrated because they thought that they had
Right.
made merge and they won that challenge, and the hourglass came in and flipped it, and so then they didn't make
And then
merge, and then they were
Sheila.
vulnerable, and
Yeah.
then maybe her naivety of the fool here will allow her to go home in that position. So maybe she doesn't even make merge, but it's like a false celebration.
A false celebration. Yeah. Or maybe she's just super comfortable, feeling good, celebrating how easy Survivor is, but doesn't, and then gets, I don't know. I mean, this isn't really blindsided. This is like starting out on the journey. Maybe she goes on one of the journeys and then celebrates. But yeah, this isn't.
Or maybe there's going to be an actual challenge where they have to jump off a cliff. Right?
Hey!
Like, that's taking a leap of faith here.
Leap of faith.
And,
she's willing to do it.
Terrified of heights, and so she's celebrating because she did it.
She's so beautiful. Like, her eyes are gorgeous.
Yeah, she's very pretty.
Kellie, I'm not sure how we feel about this.
But that's a mergatory or merge boot vibe.
Yeah. All right, Kendra, our other K lady on Bello, but not a Virgo. She's back to Libra.
I can't switch it up for too long.
Back to our regular scheduled programming of Libras, but a Virgo moon. So she can connect with all those Virgos. Libra Mercury. We've had a few Libra Mercuries here.
I wonder if, well, she's a bartender, and I wonder if she's saving up to go to law school, or like, I want to know how all that Libra energy is going to come through with her. I mean, in the actual season, she's probably going to make a good friend. Do you think she's going to get along with the other two Virgos? Yeah, actually, with her moon being there. I wouldn't be surprised if those threes are three peas in a pod, maybe.
Yeah.
With her being a bartender, she's going to be quite social. And like Libras in general are going to be social and usually kind of funny.
Yeah.
I think there's all that water there is going to help work with those suns in Virgo of the other two women on this tribe. So I think
she's our hippy dippy, right? She's a like go with the wind person.
So.
Which I love and I always want to support. And I see that with her Cancer, Mars, and Scorpio, Venus. Yeah, I hope she can get in with them. I feel like she'll connect. Maybe even to the one Pisces later if she
gets there to Julie.
Gets combined with her, yeah.
Do you know this cast though? Like, I feel like I'm very excited to see how all these energies mix together. Like, I don't know if it's because we're doing this a little bit earlier and it's not like last minute and like, you know, like I feel like I've had a little bit more time to like get to know them or something. But I'm excited.
I mean, we're doing them in tomorrow, so we'll get a bigger picture of everything, but it feels like the women are going to be really coming up with the plans. They're the ones who have the analytical, strategical prowess to put the plans in place.
I forget what I tweeted you.
I mean, there was like a Libra and a Virgo, I think, like one.
2 Libras, I think. 1 Virgo, I think. It was a little bit more.
They will connect. But there was like, I know Bruce is a Leo, and obviously, and you said there was 1 Sagittarius, but like they just might be the what was his name? Living on the app. Like that's that sad energy of just like, whatever, I'm a survivor, and you know, not necessarily leading the charge.
Well, we'll talk about it tomorrow, but Bruce basically doesn't want to be the dad of the tribe. He wants to be the uncle, the fun uncle. So fun uncle is not going to tell people what to do.
Ooh, Miss Kendra is the Hierophant. That is like cult leader or teacher.
Well, I've got another major arcana for her. We got Zevil.
Ooh.
So that seemingly is our...
I love a cult leader here. This is very fun. If she really is the hippy dippy person, like telling them how to breathe and do yoga, and then she's selling them something.
Some
Selling
snake
them on
oil?
the ship. Yeah, with that devil. I love it.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean, both these being from the major arcana, makes me feels as though she's gonna be a major player in this season. You know, I think that she's going to make it to merge.
Yep.
They're not. It's
This
not a winning
could be
combo necessarily.
finals, but this could be final 3 for sure. If she, I mean, jury final 3. This is pretty far down the road, but this is a group. We got the Hierophant at some point with our Tika 3 last season.
Ooh.
And it is like a community. So
I'm wondering if
this is a solid alliance.
If this devil card might be taking the win from her, like she doesn't get the win in the final 3,
right?
Maybe from if it's a lie that she told other people, or mistruths, or backstabbed, or anything like that, that might have been considered to be dishonest. Like maybe that's going to actually not assist her in a win.
Right. Is she lying about something that we already know about? I mean, what's she gonna lie about? She's a bartender.
Well, I mean, maybe that's the lie. Like maybe she actually does something else.
Yeah.
Right? Like if I'm going on, I'm not saying that I'm
she's a bartender. She's really a cop. And yeah.
Like, do I go in saying I'm a hypnotherapist? I don't know.
Nope.
Exactly.
No, you do not.
So,
but you lead people in meditations.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Kendra, this is very interesting.
I want to see how this card plays out for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, this is our 9th and last lady that we are going to chat about today. Virgo.
Of course.
Sabiyah is on the Lulu tribe, which was with Hannah and Emily.
Correct.
So unfortunately, she is stuck with the Libras.
Well, she's got
Mars is Libra.
Yeah, so it should be okay.
She is from Jacksonville, North Carolina. Never heard of it.
But yeah, when you hear Jacksonville, I'm like, I don't think of North Carolina.
No, that's Florida. But I think she was born in Georgia, and now she's in North Carolina. She's a truck driver. She is a Virgo, and her moon is either Leo or Virgo.
She's a lot of Virgo.
Leo.
Oh my gosh.
Right, because her Mercury is also Virgo, this very analytical person who can definitely come up with a plan. But that Leo moon, I bet you it's a Leo moon. That's what gets you on television.
Yeah, absolutely.
That fire. But guess what? She actually has her Venus is also Virgo. Her Venus and Sun are conjunct.
Okay.
She is going to be loved.
Loved?
People are going to love her. Yeah.
Okay, how do you take that from the Venus and
a Venus Sun conjunction is beautiful. She's going to have charm and charisma, and when you just sit and talk to her, I bet you are just drawn and connected to her.
Now, I wonder though. I mean, I could agree with that.
Okay.
But all that analytical and particularness, I'm wondering if she will get irritated if there's anybody that's maybe a little messier or doesn't like a routine.
Yes, of course. She's got a lot of Virgo.
And then that if it's a Leo moon, maybe she might take a little charge of having some order and some regimens on that tribe, which could rub some people the wrong way.
Yep. Look, that's true about anyone with any Virgo, period. And we've got quite a bit of it. They're the ones that are going to be like, you put a stick next to the fire, that's not where the stick goes. Virgo has a very specific order to things, and they do not understand why no one else gets it.
I'm so like, I know my North Node is in Virgo, but like Virgo is the one sign I just don't understand the most. Like Virgo women, I'd say. Virgo men, it's a very different energy. But Virgo women, I'm just always like, why do you like to clean so much?
Why?
Why does it need to be folded perfectly?
Why are you so way to fold that? You could actually fold wrong. if you are not a Virgo. Did you know that? You could actually put something on a table in the wrong place.
And then they get mad at you for it. And you're like,
and they're so mad at you. They do not understand why you don't get it. It's so true. And that's why we like freaked out when we first saw that BB Can season of all Virgos, because like you live in a house with Virgos who are telling you
why they all went like squirrely is because like it was like too much, like there was too much disorder with people that all wanted order that like they like malfunctioned.
Right. Yeah, I mean it is interesting to have any living space in a house or outside. Yes. It's tough. It's tough to I love Virgos. My Saturn, I'm also North Node Virgo, but my Saturn is right there. And
my
so
Saturn's in Virgo too. It's conjunct my North Node, I believe.
What? And you struggle? Like that's my saving grace. Like I get it. That's my Saturn. That's how I work. I'm very detail oriented. I get it.
I can, well, in certain things, but like for most of it, like no.
It's I lived with a
my
Virgo.
Saturn is also, I believe, in retrograde, so maybe that's why it's
yeah, it's just tough to live with Virgo. Like I love Virgo energy, but if I live with them and they tell me that I folded the towels wrong, I will shove those towels in their face, you know?
Yeah,
like,
you'd be like
I'm like, there is more than one way to fold a towel, and they don't agree. So yeah, the living arrangements are tough when it comes to Virgo. And we got quite a few people who are going to tell you that you can only hang your clothes up in one area of camp. And so that will be interesting to see. But I think that it'll take time for that to, I mean, I think when you just sit down and talk to her,
absolutely,
you're going to be drawn to her. And that's probably how she got cast. Is because you're just connected to that Venus Sun conjunction. But yeah, living with someone with strong Virgo is a different story.
I'm excited to see, because just seeing how Glenda's like, I'm a Libra and my mother's a Virgo, and it wasn't easy. That's basically the combination of 90% of the women on season is either Virgo or Libra. And then just one lone Pisces, correct?
Yes, out of the women. And like I think she had Virgo or Libra, like or no, it was Aquarius and Gemini. So oh lordy, it's yeah, okay, let's do a card for her. But yeah, it's I mean, are they all is it going to just be like a duel to the death and we'll only have one Libra standing? Like are they all going to go out quickly or can they get along?
I don't know. I don't know. I have more faith in the Libras than the Virgos, just from what we saw in Big Brother Canada 10. And some of the Virgos that have come on the seasons recently kind of has been spiraling out. I believe our therapist Tori was a Virgo, and she kind of like a couple of that season that spiraled out. So
if you only have one though, it's real hard. Because then it's the one person telling us that everything has to be a certain way. But if a few of them get together to say it, I don't know. So I have 7 of Pentacles.
Okay.
Which is a pretty decent card of like planting the seeds. And Pentacles is in competition shows. It's the money. It's the
prize.
Yeah. So
like that could mean that she's doing like good work with like the jury, potentially people that would want to support her and give her those votes in the end. So she could be planting seeds of just like being a great person that people get along with that would potentially want to win the money. And then I got the 6 of Cups. So this is usually a card of like childhood and reminiscing.
Yeah.
Nostalgia.
So we might have some like good story. I bet you we get a package of her childhood. I bet she has a really interesting story that is going to go with people loving her. This is not a winning combo, but this is someone making it significantly, probably to the point that they're like, she's a jury threat. We have to take her out.
Could be a jury threat, take her out. This also, just how we're talking about her, it feels like someone that like the audience is going to want to have come back for like a redemption kind of season. Like, I feel like how she gets taken out is not going to be super nasty, but like, it's just going to be like, oh no, like, I don't want it to go this way. And so, yeah, I do think we're going to see a package of hers. I do think that she's going to do some decent work, but maybe it's just going to all upheaval because of a twist, you know?
Well, these were very interesting cards, and we've already stated how interesting the astrology is. So fascinated already with this season. I wish I knew exactly when the show started filming so I could do the chart of the season.
Should we ask Mike Bloom? He might know.
He knew the date, but the date is one day off from what Wikipedia says, and I don't know what time. I need a player to DM me.
DM her.
Just tell me
have you talked to
what
Bruce?
time you got on the boat. Yeah, maybe. I can try to reach out to Bruce. I need to know what time you got on the boat, guys, and headed out for that first day. Let me know.
Actually, like, yeah, maybe we could reach out and like try to get that, and then let's both do like a little idea, or our own version of like what we think this chart is for the season, and then we'll present it to each other.
Yes, because I did it for Big Brother, and it turned out perfectly. I loved that chart, and I love seeing how that played out. So I want to do it for this too. If we can figure it out.
We have time. We have like 2 weeks. 2 weeks in a bit.
Yeah.
Which is exciting.
We'll compare.
So out of all the cards, I don't know if you remember. Did you write them down? I don't think you did.
No, I'm gonna have to go back.
I'm going back. I'm gonna probably try to clip them, or if someone wants to clip them for me, all of our cards.
Yeah, right.
That'd be amazing. And yeah, who do you have as your winner pick off the top of your head?
Oh my gosh! Well, it was
Hannah?
Was it Hannah? Hannah Rose. Hannah Rose got the best cards so far.
Right. We're all in on Hannah Lulu. Lulu Tribe.
Lulu Tribe. Yeah, I don't know. I need to watch more of Mike's videos with them and before our draft, which I don't have scheduled yet because I haven't heard from who are others going to be. So
do you have potentials, or are you?
Well, I thought I had potentials, but they're not responding to me. So we're gonna see. We're gonna move on.
Are they playing on a season of something that we?
They might be on some other show. Who knows?
I know. I'll tell you something that you maybe reach out to.
Let's try. Okay. So yeah, stay tuned, you guys, for our Survivor draft, obviously, and then Survivor coverage, obviously, and then tomorrow we're going to be over on Reality Realness to do the guys. Yes.
Yes, got it all ready to go to see how the male energy is going to favor. So, like in total, like how do you feel the female energy is presenting itself this season?
Well, it's interesting with super analytical, right? That we have, even if Virgos and Libras don't necessarily get along, they're both very good at looking at all the options, weighing which way to go. A Virgo is going to be more decisive than a Libra. A Libra is going to try to balance it out and keep the peace. But I think you and I have talked previously about how much we do enjoy that air energy in these shows, because then we get
action, like
strategy.
Things are moving. In my opinion, in a way that I find to be engaging. Like I like the energy, and I usually like the winners that are air signs. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I feel like I could see the game, and it's analytical, and like it's more in a language that I understand. So like I'm excited to be able to watch this game where likely the strategy is going to be a little bit more out front. And yeah, I hope that
we're missing some fire, and we're missing, Virgo is Earth, but it is our analytical version of Earth. Like I do love some Capricorn energy because they just like dig deep and make things happen. I love fire energy for fun, and even they'll flame out. Like, you know, they'll go hard and then burn fast. So like I do miss a balance.
For sure.
We're not getting a balance this year.
So it's going to be interesting to see how much just like a gust of wind, just like how these women are going to be able to, well, they're going to be able to ground themselves a little bit, but it's going to be very interesting to watch how it plays out.
Yeah, because if you get too much in your head, and then you're just a lost, tornado, right? And not actually getting anything done that's useful for your game. So that could be fun too.
Mm-hmm. And then I wonder how and Julie had a pretty decent card, and I think that maybe she's not going to bother anybody. Like there's going to be people that might annoy either the Virgos or the Libras, and she might be able to side a little bit with the Virgos.
Yeah.
I know that they're opposites, but it's still water and earth, which generally still just works well together. And so maybe she'll be able to side with the earth side of things and kind of last a little bit longer. So
I don't know. She has a lot of air. I think she's going to side with the Libras.
Ooh, I forgot.
She doesn't have any earth. She's all water and mostly air. Although she's an attorney, we need her rising sign. Also, cast, let me know what time you're born, please.
We need time.
I need your time of birth, and I need to know what time you guys landed on your boats. Please let me know. Message me. Yeah. Okay. Thank you to everybody who joined us in the chat live, and thank you, Chantele, for doing this with me. Obviously,
of course.
If anyone is joining later, leave a comment. Let us know how you're feeling. Do you love the Libra Virgo dominance of these ladies? Let us know. And then tomorrow, join us over on Chantele's channel.
Yay, we'll do the man. Pretty similar styles, but a little bit different of a makeup.
Yes. Okay. Let's get. I know we got some fire over there. So
a little bit.
I will be excited about that. All right, you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.